Alright guys, of course, welcome to AAU World Tour Radio. K Remy, myself, Eddie Turner, always to my right. And of course, another week, another game. The Dayton Wolves now on an 8-game winning streak. And tonight, they revisit a game where the Dayton Wolves came out at home. Right here live in the jungle with the Dayton Wolves, April 24th. 2016, when the Dayton Wolves was about to take on 2 weeks away, Eddie, from taking on the Lake Erie Monsters, who at the time was called the Lake Erie, Ohio basketball group. The Dayton Wolves 2 weeks from taking on the Lake Erie Monsters. The Dayton Wolves encountered a loss after 3 epic games for the Dayton Wolves on a 3-game winning streak. The Dayton Wolves came to the jungle just before taking on Lake Erie to have one hell of a bad game. The Dayton Wolves absolutely stunk it up. Of course, Wisconsin shooters' defense is key for Wisconsin, as well as their 3-point triples. The Dayton Wolves struggled all night long, especially through the first half of play, especially for Chance Miller. You can bet that Wisconsin will be trying to display from what we know. It's been 2 years almost for these two to actually play one-on-one yet again. Well, 5-on-5, a team versus a team. It's been a while for these two teams. But of course, the Dayton Wolves now on an 8-game winning streak. How do you think everything is going to be playing out tonight for the Dayton Wolves and the Wisconsin Shooters?
Well, Kate, the Dayton Wolves has been playing so phenomenal that we know that the Dayton Wolves usually go out on the run. The Dayton Wolves always end up short, having that one bad game that the Dayton Wolves always usually has. And Wisconsin's coming into this game. They're a team that has stopped the Dayton Wolves before. I mean, 2016, the Dayton Wolves encountered their first epic blowout loss of the season. And that was to Wisconsin. That was the only blowout the Dayton Wolves encountered with that margin. 97-70. That was the worst game the Dayton Wolves has ever played. I mean, you look at the Dayton Wolves as a group. The Dayton Wolves only shot 7 of 19 from the 3-point line, as well as 27 of 57 from the field goals, 9 of 13 from the charity strike, 9 turnovers in all for the Dayton Wolves. And Wales was the lead player to actually gain those 9 turnovers with 4. Of course, Chance Miller follows suit with 3. But the Dayton Wolves, they shot horribly. Wisconsin's defense is key. The Wisconsin's defense that we know from 2016, I'm sure they are doing us. They still, circle around their defense. Defense wins championships, and tonight is is a championship field for Wisconsin. They have to lock down the Dayton Wolves defensively, and the Dayton Wolves, I think, in all, will have one of those bad games, especially if Wisconsin brings that defense that they are known to bring inside the jungle. But you never know what will happen. But I'm kind of going for the Wisconsin Shooters. Miller has had a bad trip with Wisconsin. They really don't play as much, but when they do, it's always a sight to see. So tonight will be no difference, I think. But the Dayton Wolves may encounter their first loss right here in the jungle before taking on Park City in the next coming weeks.
The Dayton Wolves star Chance Miller went 0 of 7 from the 3 points as well as the field goals through 2 quarters of play. The Dayton Wolves, Mike Wales was the lead man, 20 points at the end of the night, 1 rebound, 6 assists. He shot 7 of 10 from the field goals, 3 of 4 from beyond, as well as 3 of 6 from the charity strike. And in the post game, he said to IDP reporters, sometimes you have good ones like the last 3 games we've played. Tonight, we just couldn't get the job done. Quote unquote, Mike Wales, April 24th, 2016.
But if you remember, Kate, we also talked to Coach Tim Burns after the game and as well for a video interview one-on-one with us, and he said he was very disappointed in his team, the way that they played. Not once did Chance Miller or the team think about slowing the ball down, and he said that they were killing the Dayton Wolves. They were killing them on their fast break points. The Dayton Wolves at point, if you remember that, Kate, the Dayton Wolves at point cut the lead down to single digits within the fourth quarter of play, but the Dayton Wolves gave it up.
Wisconsin shooters, Eddie, indeed went out on a run, and it was a 19-6 run. And the last quarter of play for Wisconsin to blow the Dayton Wolves out by 27 points, 97-70. We talked about Mike Wales, 20 points in the game, led for the Dayton Wolves, 1 rebound, 6 assists. Chance Miller followed suit, top 2 for the Dayton Wolves, 18 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. He shot 6 of 18 from the field goals, 2 of 8 from the 3-point line, 4 of 5 from the charity strike. So the last meet, Chance Miller, only thing that was working for him was at the free throw line, but of course Chance Miller has been having breakout games, Eddie. So tonight I think will be no difference. I'm going to continue locking in my votes with the Dayton Wolves to win their 9th game tonight in a row before they take on the Park City Stingers right here again live in the jungle. Dayton Wolves is doing a fantastic job. But ladies and gentlemen, of course, when we return, we're going to take a break right now, but when we return, we start breaking down some stats coming into this game for both the Dayton Wolves and the Wisconsin Shooters, especially the star player for the Wisconsin Shooters, leading the team in points, rebounds, and assists per game. We will reveal him next, right here live on AAU War Tour Radio as well as Facebook Live. Welcome, guys, to the studios, and we are almost set for the Dayton Wolves taking on the Wisconsin Shooters, 9-8 Central. But of course, enjoy Radio Heaven's underground music pregame playlist, of course, presented by Radio Heaven. You cannot listen to this game with this pregame playlist on Facebook Live, but you can tune into AAU Auto Radio on Spreaker.com. Just head on over to Spreaker.com and type in AAU Auto, and you will see us and everything we've done so far this season. It has been a fantastic season, and it only gets better. Can the Dayton Wolves win their 9th? We'll find out tonight.
Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal, criminal, criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal, criminal, criminal. Mama, I'm a Mama, mama. Mama, mama. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal, criminal, criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal, criminal, criminal.
tunabeats.com.
You don't know me, you don't know me, you don't know me, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know me, you don't know me, you don't know me, you don't know, you don't know.
tunabeats.com.
You don't know me, you don't know me, you don't know me, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know me, you don't know me, you don't know me, you don't know, you don't know.
Alright, welcome back to AAU World Tour Radio, guys. The Dayton Wolves getting set for yet another contest tonight in the jungle. The Dayton Wolves taking on Wisconsin Shooters, who almost 2 years ago, Wisconsin Shooters hold the candle to the Dayton Wolves 97-70. April 24th, 2016 was the last meet between the two. Wisconsin won it, of course, as I just mentioned, 97-70. But the Dayton Wolves, way better team than they was 2 years ago, especially for these top three key players coming into this game. Of course, we're going to start with no one other than Chance Miller himself, who comes into this game still averaging 25.2 points per game, as well as 4.5 rebounds a game, 9.2 assists still, as long as 1.5 steals, and 5.3 turnovers. Remember, his last game he encountered 6 turnovers, but he still shoots a 46%, well now a 46% from the field goals, at 39 still from the three-point line, and he is now a 90% free throw shooter, as we rolled in from inside drive. Chris Johnson for the Dayton Wolves as well, continuing to hold his number 2 spot for the Dayton Wolves, 11 points per game, 7.7 rebounds per game, 2.1 assists per game, and he is a 62% free throw shooter, as well as a 24% of three-point bomber, and a 70% free throw shooter. Field goal shooter, 62%. Excuse me if I said free throw. But I feel like I did say free throw. But it's 62% field goal shooter, 70% free throw shooter. Keith Brown, of course, 9 points now average, night in, night out, 4.5 rebounds. He is a 58% field goal shooter, a 42% three-point bomber, and he is a almost 98 46% free throw shooter. Dayton Wolves doing a fantastic job looking to come into this game. Of course, Chance Miller has always had his struggles with Wisconsin. They really don't pair up as much as we mentioned before, Eddie. But tonight he looks to continue to lead his team to their 9th game winning in a row. But the Dayton Wolves will be taking a break after this game, Eddie. This game right here tells the tale for the Dayton Wolves. They want to come into Park City, after this break. They want to come into Park City, do with the NCAA tournament and everything. They want to come into the next game against Park City, and they want to still hold their 10 or their winning streak. Especially coming into Park City, they have a game. They have a week to rest. And they have to come in and play Park City along with Chicago Lockdown and many more. But really no one thinks that this game will be that phenomenal. Everyone is waiting on the Greenwood Elite game. But, me and you, we felt like the Wisconsin shooters has always had the Dayton Wolves number. They can do one-ups anytime on the floor as long as with the Dayton Wolves, whether it be from beyond the three-point line or whether it be from inside at the free throw line. Wisconsin is just an all-around great three-point shooting team as well as a defensive team. And like we said before, in order for them to come out and try to take this game against the Dayton Wolves, they have to play smash-mouth defense. They have to know the exact spots that Miller will be bombing his three-pointers. He brought the Storm in the last game, and he's looking to bring the Storm again tonight as well.
Well, yeah, Miller's always ready to bring that Storm, Kate. No doubt about it, and I'm sure that every team comes into the jungle knows that the Storm has a possibility, a 50-50 possibility of being brought. And once Miller gets hot, there's no stopping him until he cools off himself. However, this group of players that's coming in for Wisconsin, I mean, even though they are not as as far as their scoring opportunities and the star players, I mean, no one is matching up to C. Miller, but C. Miller can be shut down. We've seen this in the first game against the Memphis Kings with Dizzy, and then we've seen it against PNW. And Wisconsin has played the Dayton Wolves 2 years ago, and Wisconsin stopped the Dayton Wolves star as well as the entire Dayton Wolves. First 2 quarters of play, 0 of 7 from Chance Miller in the first 2 quarters of play. But Miller found his tail. He only finished with 18 points, shot 6 of 18 from the field goals, 2 of 8 from the three-point line. So the defense for Wisconsin is known to stop Miller in his transitional offense. And then if the Dayton Wolves want to try to do the fast play on the run against Wisconsin, the Dayton Wolves will fall. The Dayton Wolves lost it due to the fact that they wanted to run the floor. Miller wanted to run the floor like that. 19-6 run in the last fourth quarter of play. The Dayton Wolves should have never lost the first game. The last game that they played, which was April 24th. But the Dayton Wolves is a way superior team, as you mentioned before, Kate. And the Dayton Wolves will do their thing. But I think Wisconsin will shut Miller down. I mean, you look at Anthony, the star player for the Wisconsin shooters, number 34, 13.5 points average night in, night out, almost 8 rebounds in a game, 4.7 assists, 1.1 steals, 1.3 blocks. He's a 48% field goal shooter, 27% three-point bomber, and a 76% free throw shooter. Jay Parks, 13.5 points average night in, night out, 4 rebounds, 1.5 assists. He's a 48% free throw shooter, as well as a 48 field goal shooter, a 58 three-point bomber, and a 75% free throw shooter. Kay Littles, who is a starter for Wisconsin, he will be out tonight due to an injury, right foot stress fracture. They ruled him out for 2 to 3 months. But he used to, he's the rounder. He usually rounds off the top 3 for the Wisconsin shooters. Coming into this game, 11.5 points average night in, night out, 3.3 rebounds, as well as 2 assists. But Malone will be stepping in his shoes tonight. He comes into this game 8 points average night in, night out, as well as 6 rebounds, 2.5 assists, as well as a 54% field goal shooter, a 100% three-point shooter, only taking 2 3-pointers duration of the season. Knocked down both of them. 100% three-point shooter, a 65% field free throw shooter. So Wisconsin has, some star players for them, as long as they have their star point guard, which is Anthony, starting. Miller may have some trouble, especially if they taking some pages out of everyone else's books to try to stop the Dayton Wolves. Double team Miller when you have an opportunity. Do not let him get 3-point opportunities. Do not let Miller and Johnson, the Miller and Johnson connection, take over the first quarter of play, because it is known to take over the first quarter of play. Do not let the Dayton Wolves get hot in the first 2 quarters of play. Try to stick with the Dayton Wolves as much as possible, and the Wisconsin shooters may have this game, and they may be creating the upset tonight, but we will just have to see. We'll just have to see, Kate.
Well, Eddie, we're going to find that out in just a minute. Remember, 9 o'clock tip-off time, ladies and gentlemen. That means that we have to wrap things up right here live on the pregame tip-off show, presented by no one other than Inside Drive, as well as Next Gen Network and AAU World Tour, AAU World Tour Radio. There's a lot, but without these guys, this podcast, this stream will not be possible. So, of course, every week that we have a game, the Dayton Wolves has a game, we always give our thanks to everyone that is working inside this AAU World Tour League. There's a lot to do for games out, and I've heard that they're going to start, doing every game inside the AAU World Tour League. They're progressing as we go. The season's almost wrapping up, was getting set to wrap up this year, so we've heard, so we believe, so there's a lot of good things coming to the AAU World Tour League. But ladies and gentlemen, when we return, we will be down in the jungle, where the Dayton Wolves will be taking on the Wisconsin Shooters, trying to get their 9th game on in a row if they can defeat the Wisconsin Shooters tonight. Dayton Wolves now on an 8-game winning streak. Wisconsin trying to come in devour the Dayton Wolves. Can it happen? We will find out when we return right here live.
As a teacher or a parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal, criminal, criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal, criminal, criminal. Mama, I'm a
to AAU War Tour Radio as the Dayton Wolves and the Wisconsin shooters get set for tip-off. The Dayton Wolves get first possession. Winston kicks it up to Miller. Miller crossing half court, gets a screen left side from Winston. Miller kicks it to Winston, free throw line. Miller rotates to the left side of the floor, hands it off to Miller. Miller goes up and is blocked by number 15, which is Malone for the Wisconsin shooters. Anthony all the way up the floor is going to fire it. Left corner, no good. Be rebounded by Winston. Winston up the floor to Miller. Miller wide open three-pointer after the step back is good for the Dayton Wolves. First three-pointer of the game and on the board between both teams. 7:25 left. 3-0 as inside number 12 is good on the bucket. Assisted by number 34, which is Anthony, who leads for the Wisconsin shooters in points, rebounds, and assists. Miller kicks it to Johnson. Johnson gives it back to Miller. Miller pump face, left corner, goes up this time, drops it in to continue his perfect shooting tonight. 2 of 2 from the field goals, 1 of 1 from beyond, 1 of 1 inside, 2 of 2 all the way as the pass inside is good to number 6, number 8, which is Davidson for Wisconsin. Miller kicks it all the way up the floor to Winston. Winston back to Miller, crossing half court. Miller 1-on-1. Well, it looks like he's about to get double teamed. It's a screen. Miller hands it off to Johnson. Johnson at the free throw line, right side, no good. Rebounded by number 15. 15 over to Davidson. Davidson 1-on-1 with Miller. Crosses left, crosses right. Miller still in front. Passes it over to 13. He's going to fire the three-pointer after a screen. That one no good. Rebounded by Winston. Winston to Miller. Miller's going to pace the floor for the Dayton Wolves. 4-5. Miller tried to kick it down low to Johnson. That will be picked out of the sky by number 15, which is Malone. And Miller will pick up the foul off of the reaction.
And that's just Miller upset that he turned the ball over and delayed it there in the last trip up the floor. He tried to get it back, been a dynamic stealer so far in the past couple of games. 5 in the first and set a record for 6 in the last. Stolen. Winston comes up with steal off an inbound. Miller lobs it up to Johnson. Johnson no good on the Miller and Johnson connection. 15 with the rebound, which is Malone, I believe, up the floor to number 34, which is Anthony, and he drops in the 2 points. Dayton Wolves shooting at a 40% from the field goals. Wisconsin at a 70. Miller pacing the floor yet again, has to take it slow, does not want to run with Wisconsin as he kicks it over to Watkins. Watkins back out to Miller. Miller's going to fire the 3. That went off the front of the rim. Miller Gets a rebound, going to take it in with the A floater. That one no good. Rebounded by Watkins, and he is fouled down in the low block. And it will be on the floor, I believe, on the floor. Dayton Wolves will take it from the inbound, but the Dayton Wolves, Wisconsin's defense is key right now, Kate.
There was a foul on Anthony for Wisconsin. Miller kicks it down to Johnson at the free throw line. Johnson out to Watkins. Watkins to Winston. Winston to Miller. Miller beyond the three-point line. Hands it off to Curry. Curry to Winston. Winston out to Watkins. Watkins to Miller. Miller 5 seconds left. Kid tries to kick it down low to Watkins, but it's batted out. Rebounded by Miller. Miller goes up and he is fouled by number 34 yet again for Wisconsin. He now heads to the line as the Wisconsin shooters now lead by 1. 6-5 Miller, a 90% free throw shooter. Dayton Wolves trying to get things working from inside. Their shots are not falling. 40% from the field goals. Wisconsin is the superior team right now. And Dayton Wolves see Miller phenomenal at the free throw line. I'm sure he's going to make these 2 free throws to make this a 1-point lead for the Dayton Wolves. But right now, Eddie, this is what the Dayton Wolves has to do in order for them to put points on the board, and that's get to the free throw line. And when they get there, they have to connect, as Miller has on the first out of 2. 6-6. 6:22 left. 5:22 left. Excuse me. Substitution goes intact for the power forward position for the Wisconsin shooters. Miller heads back to the line for his last out of his trip. And this one for a perfect 2 of 2 is good for the Dayton Wolves star Chance Miller. And he continues 7 points in the game as he continues to do a fantastic job for the Dayton Wolves trying to keep this in the game. All 7 points has gone to Miller. It's number 8, which is Brogan. Davidson kicks it over to number 12. He's one-on-one with Watkins. Spins off Watkins, goes up, drops it in on a contested shot, but it's good on the take. That would be 8-7. 5 minutes on the clock as Parks has done a phenomenal job for Wisconsin. He curried back out to Miller. Miller 3-pointer. That one no good. As Parks leads the AAU to a league in 3 points. Field goal, 3-point field goal is 39%. That's down low, number 6. Number 15 is good on the jumper. And that would be assisted by number 8, which is Davidson. 10-7. Miller over to Curry. Curry down low to Johnson. Miller sets a screen for Curry. Johnson over to Winston. He's blocked down low, gets his rebound, puts it back up. That one no good. Bounces around, bounces out, rebounded by 15. Up the floor to number 13. As he kicks it over to number 8, down low to 15, one-on-one with Johnson. He's at the free throw line, hands it off to Brogan. Davidson, Parks, and he's good on the 2 points. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is 12-7. Dayton Wolves down 4 minutes. Miller trying to regroup, creates up for the Dayton Wolves, kicks it over to Curry. Curry one-on-one beyond the 3-point line, guarded by number 15, gets a screen by Johnson, rotates to the left, passes it over to Miller. Miller at the top of the key, he gets a screen by Winston. Miller down low to Johnson. Johnson goes up, is fouled, drops in the and 1, and you can count it. 12-9, 3:47. Johnson has an opportunity to make this a 3-point possession with this free throw right here. If he can knock it down, Johnson really hasn't done a lot for the Dayton Wolves at the charity strike. He's done his part, as this one is good for the Dayton Wolves. Back to a 2-point game, and that will force a timeout for the Wisconsin shooters. 3:47 left, 12-10. Dayton Wolves back out by 2. And if they can continue doing what they're doing, Eddie, Dayton Wolves doing a fantastic job. Miller trying to put his team out in front. Johnson finally putting 2 points on the board besides Chance Miller for the Dayton Wolves, but they have to continue to attack Wisconsin down low.
Yeah, they have to do a lot down low in order for the Dayton Wolves to try and pull this game out. As we've seen it through almost 4 minutes of play, 5 minutes of play, the Dayton Wolves has been struggling so far. Wisconsin has came to play. They're coming with the fight. They're bringing the fight to the Dayton Wolves. But the Dayton Wolves, of course, we have a lot of time left in this game. Dayton Wolves can possibly bring it out, but we're going to have to find out when we return live on AAU World Radio. Dayton Wolves down 2, 12-10, 3:47. We'll be right back.
As a teacher or a parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
More people are listening to while they work every day.
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AAU Auto Radio as we see Miller rushing back on the floor, ready to get this game going. 12-10, 3:47 left. Substitution goes intact for the Dayton Wolves. TJ in, Brown in, Jameson in. Miller Curry still at the top court. So take a look at number 15 for Wisconsin, doing a fantastic job, which is Malone. As it would be Wisconsin basketball. Number 8, Davidson, with the ball crossing half court, picked up by Miller. Beyond the three-point line right there by the Dayton Flyer logo on the side court, passes it down low to number 34. He's one-on-one with Keith Brown. He's going to spin off Keith Brown, fires it, no good. Be rebounded by Miller. This is going to rush the floor for the Dayton Wolves. 3:25 left. Miller right side, kicks it to TJ. TJ for a triple, no good on the three-pointer, rebounded by Davidson. Davidson's going to run it for Wisconsin, up the floor all the way, stopped at the free throw line, down low to number 13. He's good, which is Brogan for the 2 points down low. And that will be 14-10, 3 minutes ticking off the clock. Miller's gonna walk it. Met by number 8, one-on-one beyond the three-point line. He's gonna cross left. Miller down low to Jameson. Jameson crams it for the Dayton Wolves as Miller picks up yet another assist for the Dayton Wolves. And it is back to a 2-point lead, 14-12, 2:47. Back and forth so far. Wisconsin hasn't lost the lead as of yet since the first quarter. As Broke Davidson one-on-one with Miller gets a screen by number 6. He goes to the left side, back down low to number 15. That one no good. Rebounded by Miller yet again. That is now 2 rebounds in the game As Miller attacks the left side, he's going to kick it out to Curry. Curry over to Jamison. Jamison back to Miller. Miller's going to get a screen left side from Jamison. Miller rotates to the left. Too much traffic. Tries to kick it down low. Stolen by 15. 15 to Parker. Well, Parks will be charged with a backcourt violation. Great defense from Miller. As it would be a turnover for Wisconsin. Substitution goes intact for Wisconsin in the power forward and center position. Miller's going to walk it yet again for the Dayton Wolves, pacing the floor. I like it. Passes it over to Brown. Brown to Curry. Curry to Miller. Miller gets it hit back by number 0, which is Hawkins. It will be out of bounds on Wisconsin. Dayton Wolves will take possession from the inbound. As Miller is trying to get down low. Too much defense down in the low block for a chance Miller to have his way, as we've seen the pass into TJ. TJ out to Curry. Curry to Miller. Miller's going to rotate to the left side, trying to kick it down low to Brown. It is turned over yet again. Stolen by number 8. As Davidson is met by Miller in the half court. Trying to kick it up to number 13. He does. Back out to number 8. Number 8, 1-on-1 with Miller. He's going to rotate to the left. Kicks it down low. Back out to number 8 for triple. That one no good. Rebounded by Curry. Curry's going to rush the floor up to Miller. Miller Jamison on the left side. Passes over to Jamison. Jamison out to Curry. Curry's going to fire the three-pointer. That will be no good. Rebounded by TJ. TJ out to Miller. Miller's going to reset for the Dayton Wolves. Right side, he's going to pass it over to Brown. Brown back out to Miller. Miller's going to attack. Gets it blocked yet again. Rebounded by Davidson. He's going to rush it.
But Miller's trying to get everyone involved. Everyone just really can't do nothing. The defense of Wisconsin is so pure. Parks with the ball guarded by TJ. TJ gives him a little cushion. He shoots it no good, but it would be tipped in by number 11, which is Julian. And his shot will be good for a 4-point game. Curry gives it off to Miller. Miller left side of the floor. He's going to try to kick it down low to TJ. It will be picked off by Parks. Miller trying to get the ball back up the floor to 11. 11 over to Hawkins. Hawkins is good on the 3. And that will be 19-12 with 40 seconds left in this first quarter of action. Dayton Wolves down as Miller's trying to reset yet again. Kicks it to Curry. Curry down low to Brown. Brown inside to Miller. It's 9 points in the game as it looks like 3 rebounds, 2 assists. 19-14, 25 seconds left as Davidson with the possession. He's going to kick it to 13. Parks back out to Davidson. Davidson's going to rotate to the left. Picked up by Miller and Curry. Gets cushion on the left side. Fires the 3. No good. Rebounded by Brown. Brown up the floor to Miller. Miller's going to slow it for the last possession. Kicks it to Curry. Right side. Wide open triple. That one is good for the Dayton Wolves. 19-17. Dayton Wolves back in it within a snap of the finger. 3 seconds left. Number 8 going to rush the floor. Wide open triple beyond. It's no good, and that will do it for the first quarter of play. It has been a fantastic quarter so far to start this game. 19-17. Dayton Wolves trail by 2. Wisconsin Shooters defense is holding the Dayton Wolves. Will the Dayton Wolves come out hot in the second? We will find out when we return.
Mama. I'm a criminal.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
More people are listening to while they work every day.
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
As a teacher or parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AAU Warsaw Radio. We are live in the jungle with the Dayton Wolves trail by 2 against a new rival coming up. There will be more meets between these two later on in the season, but the last meet was 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, April 24th, 2016. Dayton Wolves lost that meet by the score of 27-70-97. Dayton Wolves trail by 2, 8 minutes on the clock. Second quarter of play. The first quarter was pretty much a back and forth contest. Dayton Wolves had a rough match, but they were able to pull it out and make it within 2 to start off the second quarter of play. It will be Wisconsin basketball. It's number 8 Davidson now with the ball for Wisconsin. He will be picked up by Mike Wells, who has subbed in for Chance Miller as he kicks it over to number 6 at the free throw line. Is going to hand it off to 35, which is Trevor. Hands it back to Davidson. Fires the three-pointer, no good. Be rebounded by TJ. TJ is going to push the floor up to Watkins. Watkins was going to fire it. Passes out to Wells. Wells back to Watkins. Watkins to Patrick. Patrick to TJ. TJ back to Wells. Wells kicks it down to Brown. Brown tried to kick it out to TJ, but it's batted. But he recuperates, gets it down low to Wells. Wells is good. The 2 points to tie this game up at 19 apiece. The Dayton Wolves 45-second possession right there for the Dayton Wolves. Davidson over to number 12. He passes it back to Davidson. Davidson one-on-one with Wells at the top of the key. As he crosses behind his back, crosses left side, turns it over. Stolen by Patrick up the floor to Wells. Wells lobs it in to TJ. TJ drops it in on the dime by Wells. And it will be now a 2-point lead for the Dayton Wolves First 2-point lead of the night, 21-19, 6:50. Dayton Wolves' second string is always known to pick up the pace for the Dayton Wolves as Miller and Curry and everyone gets rest. Davidson could not connect down low. That would be rebounded by Wells. Wells is going to push the floor as we take a look. 0 points in the last 2 minutes for Wisconsin as Wells gives it to Watkins gives it to Wells. Wells cannot connect on the three-pointer. That would be rebounded down low by number 34. 34 kicks it over to 35, back into Anthony. Anthony's good on the 2 points, 21-21. 38% for the Dayton Wolves at field goals, 50% for Wisconsin. As Wells is going to pace the floor for the Dayton Wolves. Passes it over to Watkins, right corner. Watkins one-on-one with Davidson. Passes it over to Wells. Wells wide open lane, goes up, gets it smacked by down low by number zero, which is Watkins. And it will be out of bounds on Wisconsin. Dayton Wolves basketball. Substitution goes intact. Brown checks in. Jamison in. Brown checks in. Checks out. Winston in. For the Dayton Wolves trying to follow a lot happening right now. Patrick gets a pass from Wells. That three-pointer no good for the Dayton Wolves. Back to 21-21 up the floor. As Davidson's going to push the floor for Wisconsin. Passes it over to Anthony. Anthony down low to Hawkins. He's fouled. Drops the and one in. Foul on Winston. And that will be one free throw for Hawkins, as he now pushes the lead to 2, looking to make it 3, 23-21, 5:50 on the clock, Eddie.
Well, this has been a smash-mouth defensive play for Wisconsin, especially their offense in the low block. They've done a fantastic job. He hits his free throw, 24-21, 5:45. Miller back in the game. He kicks it over to TJ. TJ back to Miller. Miller tried to kick it down low to Patrick. That will be turned over by Miller. Anthony kicks it over to Hawkins. Hawkins no good on the left block. Rebounded by Winston. Miller will kick it up to Patrick. Patrick for 3. That one no good. Rebounded by Hawkins. Hawkins up the floor to Trevor. Trevor's going to push the floor for Wisconsin. Down low to Anthony. He gets it blocked down low, but it will be rebounded. And one. Another foul on Winston. This time he fouls number 6, which is Jepson for Wisconsin. And one good. 26-21. And Hawkins will check out for Wisconsin as substitution goes intact for Wisconsin, of course. And number 6, which is Jepson, looks to make this a 6-point lead as he does, knocking down his and one free throw, 27-21. As Miller's going to push the floor for the Dayton Wolves. He's going to get a scoring right side from Patrick. Patrick gets the pass inside from Miller, and that's good on the assist by Miller. That is 4 assists tonight, 3 rebounds, 9 points for the Dayton Wolves stars. First 2 points in the game for Patrick as Davidson drops it in on the floater off the backboard. 10-2 run in the last 135 for Wisconsin. As Patrick gives it back to Miller, hands it off to him, right corner. Miller rotates to the left side, goes up. He will be fouled. He could not connect on the and one. Miller will head to the line for 2 to put the Dayton Wolves down 4. If he can make these 2 already, a perfect 2 of 2 from the trip so far, Dayton Wolves star Chance Miller heading back for 2 more.
Well, this has been a smash-mouth defensive play for Wisconsin, especially their offense in the low block. They've done a fantastic job. He hits Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AAU Auto Radio as we continue our coverage of the Dayton Wolves. 4 out of 8 home games in a row. Dayton Wolves on an 8-game winning streak. As we look at Miller now sitting on the bench probably for the last 3:25 of play. They need him in the second half of play. Dayton Wolves trail by 6, 31-25. As Wells gets a pass right corner. He fires the three-pointer. No good. Be rebounded by number 11, which was Julian. Up the floor to Parks. Parks drops it in by the free throw line. And ladies and gentlemen, it is now almost a double-digit lead. 33-25 as Wells, right side of the floor. He's going to kick it down low to Patrick. Patrick back to Wells. Wells out to TJ. TJ rotates to the top of the floor. He's going to fire it at the free throw line. You can count the 2 points for the Dayton Wolves. 14-6 run in the last almost 4 minutes of play for Wisconsin. Dayton Wolves still trail by 6. 33-27 as Davison inside to Brogan. Brogan is no good. Well, is good. And the foul. Foul on Watkins. And he will head to the line for 1 as Wisconsin continues to attack down in the low block. They continue to get the foul. Will draw the foul. And with an extra, they are able to connect. This will make it a 9-point lead. If he can knock down this free throw, he is no good. It will be rebounded by Winston. Winston to Watkins. Watkins to Patrick. Patrick at the top of the key is going to attack inside. Try to kick it down low to Wells. That will be turned over. Stolen by number 13. Anthony with the ball. He's going to cross over right side. Passes it to Parks. Parks is going to rotate to the left side of the floor. He's going to be picked up by TJ down low to number 34. He stepped back, fires it, no good. Rebounded by Julian. He gets it blocked after he tries to put it back up by Patrick. Rebounded by TJ. TJ up the floor to Wells. Wells goes in. No good on the right layup. Right-hand layup. That will be rebounded by Wisconsin up the floor. Julian is fouled by Patrick, and he will head to the line for 2 as the Dayton Wolves continue to struggle. Fast breaks is what's killing the Dayton Wolves. They are trying to slow the ball down, but of course that is not working. They can't connect when they get inside. Their 2-point conversions, 2 layups. Miller missed a wide open layup, as well as now another wide open layup. Encounter missed for the Dayton Wolves. That's why they see themselves almost down by double digits. If he can connect these 2 free throws, Julian can make this a double-digit lead, as his first one is good.
Well, Wisconsin needs to do whatever it takes to continue this lead. Free throws, Dayton Wolves a perfect 5 of 5 so far through almost 2 quarters of play. 2 minutes left on the clock in the second quarter. And of course, Wisconsin 3 of 4. As he's trying to make it 4 of 5, if he can knock down this free throw for a perfect 2 of 2 this trip at the free throw line to make this a double-digit lead. He does. 37-27, Dayton Wolves trail in the jungle as Wells gets a screen from Winston. He lobs it up for Winston. Winston cannot get it on the connection. Turned over, stolen by Wells. Wells gives it up to Patrick. Well, TJ for 2 is good on the right corner. And that will be 37-29 for the Dayton Wolves as they are still down, but they are trying to battle back. Anthony for Wisconsin shooters gets it stripped yet again. Wells picking up another steal. He's going to pass it down low to Winston. Winston goes up, drops it in for a 2-6-point lead for Wisconsin now, as the Dayton Wolves now jumping out on a run. Wells now with 3 assists tonight, 2 points, 1 rebound. As number 13 has the ball, which is Brogan. He's going to rotate to the left, gets around Wells, drops it in for 2. They will force the Dayton Wolves with a timeout. 39-31, 1:05 left. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a real quick short break, because when we return, we're going to conclude and wrap up the first half. Dayton Wolves trail 39-31, an 8-point lead for Wisconsin with 1:05.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
More people are listening to while they work every day.
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
As a teacher or a parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal, criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal, criminal. Mama, I'm a
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AAU Auto Radio as we get set to wrap up the first half of play. Dayton Wolves trail by 8, 39-31, 105. Substitution goes intact for both the Dayton Wolves and Wisconsin. In the power forward and center position, it would be Dayton Wolves basketball. Wales gets the inbound pass. There's 1 minute now ticking off the clock. Passes it over to Curry. Curry back to Wales. Wales rotates to the right. He's going to fire it at the 3-point line. Kicks it down low to Johnson. Johnson is good on the 2 points for the Dayton Wolves on an assist by Wales. Great ball movement for the Dayton Wolves, but they still trail by 6. 39-33, 50 seconds left. Anthony for Wisconsin. Goes behind his back. Rotates to the right side of the floor. Kicks it down low to number 15. Who is Malone, and he's good. 6 points in the game, 3 of 5 from the field goals. On a rebound, Wales trying to put 2 more points on the board. 35 seconds left, passes over to Jamison. Jamison to TJ. TJ back to Wales. Wales fires the 3-pointer, no good. The Dayton Wolves rebounded by Hawkins. Hawkins to Anthony. Anthony down low to Parks. Parks is good on another 2 points for Wisconsin. And it's back to a double-digit lead for Wisconsin as Wales tried to kick it up to Curry, almost turned over. But Wales was able to recuperate. Wales left side of the floor, tried to fire it. It was contested out to Winston. Winston to Patrick. Patrick to Curry. Curry at the top of the 3-point line. 5 seconds left on the clock. Passes it over to Wales. Wales with 3 seconds left has to do something. Tried to kick it down low to Johnson. Turns it over. Stolen by Julian. And that would do it for the first quarter, for the first half of play. Dayton Wolves trail by 10, 43-33. Dayton Wolves has to find some type of solution, but Wisconsin defense, as we pictured, has done a fantastic job of shutting down and the Dayton Wolves star Chance Miller and the Dayton Wolves in general. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. When we return, we will be right back in the studios where we break down everything that happened in the first half of play between stats, statistics, team statistics, individual statistics, and more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Bring back the hours, turn back the time, take away my powers, no reason, no rhyme. Let the seconds bleed away, let the minutes fade to blur. Live to fight another day, live to fight another day.
More people are listening to while they work every day.
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
As a teacher or a parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
All right, guys, welcome back to AAU Auto Radio. Real quick, we're going to do the halftime report show presented by no one other than Inside Draft Phenomenon, by no one else than Inside Draft Phenomenon. We look at number 8, which is Davidson for Wisconsin, leading the way, leading the charge, 9 points tonight so far, 4 of 9 from the field goals, 3 assists. He's 1 of 5 from the three-point land, 2 rebounds. And we're going to end it right there for Wisconsin. 52% field goal shooting, Addy. 15 of 36 from the field. 19 rebounds. 13 assists as a whole. 7 steals. 5 blocks. Number 8, which is Davidson leading the charge for Wisconsin. Wisconsin's doing a fantastic job of keeping the Dayton Wolves out of this game, pretty much, ladies and gentlemen. Miller out of this game. We're going to talk about the top two for the Dayton Wolves coming up, as well as how the Dayton Wolves is right now. But the Wisconsin shooters are doing a fantastic job, Eddie, of keeping the Dayton Wolves out of this game. Davidson for Wisconsin is running the floor to perfection right now. Everyone on Wisconsin is stepping up defensively and, stopping the Dayton Wolves. Dayton Wolves has been out of this game since tip-off. But the Dayton Wolves has been fighting, but Wisconsin is just a more superior team right now, shooting fantastically as a group, 50%, a little bit over 50%, as the Dayton Wolves continue to struggle.
Yeah, well, Wisconsin's doing everything that they need to possibly do to pull this game out. However, they still have a second half of play, Kate, and the Dayton Wolves usually come out hot right now. And I know Coach Tim Burris is getting in his team right now, and especially in the backcourt, the top players, especially Chance Miller. He's not looking as himself tonight. He's rushing his shot. He's rushing his 3-pointers, and it's just not his night tonight. As well as the Dayton Wolves, but I mean, like we said, you still got a second half of play, and hopefully the Dayton Wolves can come and wow and put on a show for their fan base. But as of right now, the Dayton Wolves need to work on, just locking down their inside game right now. I mean, the free throw percentage for the Wisconsin shooters, as well as the free throw attempt, speaks for itself. The Dayton Wolves turnovers is what's really killing them as a group. But the Dayton Wolves could possibly do this. But as of right now, Kate, I don't really see the Dayton Wolves pulling this one out with the Wisconsin shooters and their stats, especially their field goal percentage, and their star player is really not having that good of a night. It was just with that one night that the Dayton Wolves, they had a great run, Kate, 8 games in a row. But tonight is just that night that the Dayton Wolves will fall.
Well, Chance Miller, as we mentioned before, not really having one of those nights. He has 11 points at the break, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. As Mike Wells, also the top two for the Dayton Wolves, 9 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists. And Miller is trying to get his team in here. He started off hot, 2 for 2, but that kind of sunk ship. As we're not going to say his stats right now, we're going to save it for the post game. But just know that his perfect 2 of 2 was long gone. And, he still has 11 points in the game, and the Dayton Wolves is just down double digits. But, the Dayton Wolves could possibly come back. The Dayton Wolves, the reason why they're down right now is because they are shooting 31% from the field goals as a group. 13 of 35 is the official at the first break of action. At the break, 17 rebounds for the Dayton Wolves, 10 assists, 4 steals, and 3 blocks as the Dayton Wolves come into this game. I mean, with very high hopes, Dayton Wolves can possibly do it. But we're just going to have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to end our halftime report show short and sweet this time, just because there really wasn't a lot of stats that was brought to us this time around. However, when the post game comes on, we're going to be wrapping up and talking about a lot of things. Plus, it's a very interesting game. Although the Dayton Wolves is trailing by a nice chunk of margin, but the Dayton Wolves has an opportunity to come back. If Chance Miller can get hot in the second half of play, as well as Mike Wells continues to doing the damage for the Dayton Wolves, the Dayton Wolves can have it, but they have to lock down their inside defense, because Wisconsin is getting into the inside at any given moment. And we've seen it on 2 trips of the floor and 2 possessions where Wisconsin attacked inside, was able to draw the foul and knock down their and one opportunities, as well as at the free throw line. So Wisconsin has a lot of things working for them. The Dayton Wolves starting off slow, starting off rough. But we will see what happens when we return right here live on AAU War Tour Radio. Until then, of course, we want you to enjoy the Radio Heaven's Underground Music playlist presented at the halftime break. And we will be right back live in the jungle when we return. The Dayton Wolves.
dancing on the beat.
Wartorn Radio as we get set for the third quarter of action. Dayton Wolves trail 43-33, double digits, 10-point lead. Dayton Wolves trying to find some type of way to get back into this game as they are on their way to their 9th game winning in a row. They can possibly beat Wisconsin shooters tonight. Last meet April 24th, 2016. Wisconsin shooters won it right here in the jungle, 70-97. Dayton Wolves trying to rewrite some more pages in this chapter as Anthony with the ball for Wisconsin. Goes up the court on the floor for the Dayton Wolves. Miller, Curry, Johnson, Jameson, and Winston as a three-point bomb by Davidson is good. And it will be 46-33. Davidson now 12 points in the game. 5 of 10 from the field goals. 3 assists, 2 of 6 from beyond as Miller kicks it to Johnson. Johnson to Curry. Curry over to Watkins, left corner. Watkins crossing left, crossing right. He's going to fire it on the left block. Is good on the 2 points. 45-35. Dominic Watkins now 2 points in the game. 1 of 1 from the field goals. That was his only shot. And he knocked it down perfect. It's Davidson with the ball. Left side is going to hand it off to number 34, which is Anthony. Anthony in the corner to number 13, and he bombs the 3 for Wisconsin. 49-35. 1 minute off the clock as Miller is slowly pacing the floor. As he's at the top of the key, this crowd is silent. As the Dayton Wolves now down by their biggest margin tonight. Curry passes it back to Miller. Miller now double team, has to give it up, passes it over to Watkins. Watkins gonna pass it back into Miller. Miller turns and fires, and that one is good. We'll see Miller 13 points in the game, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. As he tries to bring the Dayton Wolves up, 12-point lead for Wisconsin. Davidson, 234, which is Anthony, down low to number 15, goes up, blocked by Miller. Rebounded by Winston. Miller rushing the floor, passes it over right side to a wide open Curry. Curry good on a three-pointer. It will be now a 9-point game, single digits for the Dayton Wolves, as the Dayton Wolves is finding a answer for these unanswered points that Wisconsin scored through the first 2 quarters of play. But the celebration will be not celebrated that long. Number 15 down on the low block is good on the layup. And will be forcing a timeout for the Dayton Wolves. 51-40. 6:04 left in the third quarter of play. A real quick timeout, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a break real quick because it is a full timeout. When we return, we continue this blowout game the Dayton Wolves is encountering right now. They're finally back within 11. Just down by 14. Can the Dayton Wolves bring this within single digits yet again? We'll find out live.
More people are listening to while they work every day.
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful.
100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
As a teacher or parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
Control, but I feel I'm losing my soul. Right to the end till the blood goes cold. I'm losing my mind as the darkness grows. Let them know that I just can't lose control.
Welcome back to AAU Auto Radio, ladies and gentlemen. Dayton Wolves down 11. As they pretty much been down all game long. Dayton Wolves basketball as Watkins passes it into Miller. Welcome back to AAU, ladies and gentlemen. Miller right side of the floor, kicks it down low to Brown. Brown goes up, is fouled. And that will be 2 free throws for Keith Brown for the Dayton Wolves. It will be foul on number 13 for Wisconsin. And now Brown, who is a phenomenal free throw shooter, 97%, is sure to knock down these 2 free throws. Drops in the first, 51-41. Dayton Wolves trying to come back, Eddie. But the Dayton Wolves, of course, they in the first half of play, they really was not connecting on their field goal attempts. They're still not connecting on their field goal attempts. Almost 2 minutes, 3 minutes within the third quarter of play as Brown knocks down his second out of 2. And that will be a 9-point lead for the Dayton Wolves. Dayton Wolves on the verge of possibly tying this game up, pulling within 5 if they can create a stop right now. As Anthony with the ball, he's going to pass it over to Davison. Davison down low to Hawkins. Hawkins is good with the 2 points down on the low block. I thought the Dayton Wolves was going to make a stop. Now it's back to an 11-point lead as Miller will be charged with the charging foul. Great defense by Davidson for Wisconsin. Miller picking up his second personal in the game. As the Dayton Wolves see Miller continues to struggle throughout this game. He's doing a phenomenal job as far as distributing the ball, but will it be good enough? As Hawkins gets another inbound pass back to Anthony. Anthony back to Hawkins. Hawkins cannot connect. Great defense by C. Miller as he's going to rush the floor for the Dayton Wolves. He tries to kick it down low to Johnson, but it's batted out by number 6. It will be Dayton Wolves basketball still, but those loose passes, those darts down in the low block that Miller is used to throwing, it has not worked all night long against Wisconsin. Their defense, Eddie, is key right now, and that is the reason you see a double-digit lead right now in the third quarter of play.
Watkins gets the inbound pass, passes it over to Johnson. Johnson for 3. That one no good for the Dayton Wolves yet again. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's going to rush the floor for Wisconsin. He's going to be stopped beyond the 3-point line. Miller caught slipping yet again. A pass inside to Hawkins. He's good on the 2 points. Dayton Wolves shooting at a 41%. 18 of 39, 24 of 43 for Wisconsin, which is a 54%. As the Dayton Wolves start changing, Miller fires yet another 3 way beyond the 3-point line. Curry range. And that one no good. 55-42. That's number 8, Davison with the ball. He's going to pass it over to Anthony. Anthony down low to Trevor. Trevor back out to Davidson. Davidson one-on-one with Miller. Davidson rotates to the right side of the floor, tries to go up, kicks it over to 24. 24 out to Hawkins. Hawkins is no good on another three-pointer. It'll be rebounded by Brown. Miller up the floor to Watkins. Watkins wide open triple. Yes, sir, you can count it. Miller with his 8th assist tonight. 5 rebounds in the game, 13 points. He's number 6 now with the ball for Wisconsin. He's going to rotate to the right side of the floor at the free throw line. He's going to pass it over to Anthony. Anthony one-on-one with Curry. Spins off Curry. Goes in for the slam. And it's a 12-point game yet again for Wisconsin. Brown passes it into Miller. Miller inside to Johnson. Johnson's going to attack yet again for the Dayton Wolves to try to bring it within 10 points. 57-47. The Dayton Wolves continue to trade basket with Wisconsin. The Dayton Wolves has to make a stop in order for this basket trading to count for the Dayton Wolves. Number 8 passes it down low to Hawkins. Hawkins back out to Anthony. Anthony's going to attack. He tried to kick it down low. It is stolen by Curry. Curry's going to rush the floor, passes it into Miller, who's going on the other side. Foul down in the low block. Miller will hit the and one, and he will head to the line for one. It will be a foul on number 15 for Wisconsin. Miller did a fantastic job of making that one count. 15 points in the game. And we look at his stats, it is 7 assists. I thought it was 8, it is 7 assists. Miller misses the free throw. Substitution goes in, tap for the Dayton Wolves. Everyone out but Miller. As three-pointer for Wisconsin's Anthony is no good. That will be rebounded by Jamison. Jamison rushing the floor, passes it to Miller. Miller passes it down low to Wales. Wales is fouled, and Anthony will pick up his 5th and final foul. He fouls out tonight with 9 points in the game. Early in the third quarter, well, late in the third quarter, 3:18. And now, Dayton Wolves will head to the line for 2 extra free throws. That will be Wales who heads to the line for 2 extra free throws. And if he knocks these 2 down, Kate, it will be 51-57. Dayton Wolves can pull this within 6 as they continue to trade baskets back and forth with Wisconsin in the third quarter.
Dayton Wolves will love to pull this within 6 as the first one for Wales is good. Miller checks out for the Dayton Wolves as we figured the rest of the starting lineups checked out for Chance Miller. Wales moves to point guard position as TJ steps in for the Dayton Wolves. Substitution goes in, tech also in the shooting guard position for the Wisconsin shooters as Wales gets set for yet another one. His second one is good. And it is now a 6-point ball game for Wisconsin shooters, 57-51. Davidson, who has not really had breaks throughout this game, yet again with the ball. He's going to run the floor for Wisconsin down low to Hawkins. Hawkins at the free throw line is getting picked up by Brown. Up the floor to 34. He's going to fire it. And that was no good in the face of Patrick. Wales with the rebound, passes up to Patrick. Patrick back to Wales. Wales left side. Trying to attack inside. He's double teamed. Passes out to Patrick. Patrick for triple. That one no good. Rebounded by Brown. Brown goes up. Foul. Draws the foul and one. Foul on Hawkins. And now Brown heads to the line for one. He now makes this, ladies and gentlemen, a 4-point game. If he can knock down this free throw, it will be a 3-point game. The Dayton Wolves has been waiting for so long, within 2 quarters of play, to trim this lead within 3. Brown's free throw is good. And it is now a 3-point game as the second string for the Dayton Wolves always does its justice for the Dayton Wolves. Dayton Wolves back in striking distance. Number 13 passes it over to Davison. Davison to Parks. Parks one-on-one with TJ right there at the free throw line. As number 11, Julian, goes in rotation, gets it, fires the long-range three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by TJ. TJ up the floor to Wales. Wales goes up. That layup this time for Wales is good for the Dayton Wolves to bring it within 1 with 2:21 left in the third quarter of play. 57-56. Davison blows past Wales. He passes it over to Parks. Parks back to number 8. 8 over to Hawkins. Hawkins is going to go up. Is fouled. And he will be fouled by Patrick. And now he heads to the line for 2. As these two teams continue to attack each other down in the low block, they continue to get to the free throw line. Points coming variously from the free throw line. So gets set for his first one. His first one is good. And it brings it back to a 2-point lead for Wisconsin. 2:08 left in the third quarter of play, 58-56. Heads back to the line for one more to make this a 3-point ball game. There's just 2 minutes left on the clock. If he can knock down this free throw for the Wisconsin shooters, who's done a fantastic job at the free throw line tonight. His second one is good. And is now back to a 3-point ball game. Brown inbounds it to Wales. Wales is going to cross half court for the Dayton Wolves. He's going to be picked up by Davison. Down low to Brown. Brown's going to fire it as soon as he gets it. We can count the assist for Wales and 2 points for Keith Brown. Back to a 1-point lead. As we look at the field goals, 9 of 12 for the Dayton Wolves in the second half. 6 of 12 for Wisconsin. As down low, Patrick gets a steal up the floor to Wales. Wales cannot connect, gets his own rebound. Goes back up, is fouled down on the low block. That would be 2 more free throws for the Dayton Wolves as they have an opportunity to take this lead and or tie the game, Eddie.
The Dayton Wolves has to continue getting to the free throw line. And when they continue getting to the free throw line, they have to continue knocking down their free throws as they've done so far. And Wales is now getting set for his first one to tie this game up with 1:40 left on the clock in the third. He drops it in. And it's now a tie game for the Dayton Wolves, where they have been trying to get through 2 quarters of play. The Dayton Wolves in the bonus yet. With the Dayton Wolves in a bonus, with the double bonus, 15 foul on the Wisconsin shooters has placed them now in the double bonus. As Wales is good on the second one. And the Dayton Wolves now lead it by 1. As a pass inside to 13 is passed to Davidson. Davidson one-on-one with Wales. Time ticking down off the clock. Left side of the floor. Wales looked like he was going to trap him. He slips by. He passes it over to number 6, who fires the 3. No good. Wales with the rebound. He's going to push the floor for the Dayton Wolves. Slows it as soon as he crosses half court at the top of the key. He kicks it down low to Patrick. Patrick over to TJ. TJ to Wales. Wales back to TJ. TJ back to Wales beyond the 3-point line. 7 seconds left on the clock. Passes down to Brown. Brown out to Patrick. Patrick for 3. That one no good. Rebounded by Wales. Wales goes up. Is fouled. And you can count it for the Dayton Wolves. Mike Wales. He now heads to the line for 1. As the Dayton Wolves now on top by 3. 59-62, 1:01 left in the third quarter of play. Substitution goes intact. Winston checks back in for the Dayton Wolves. Wales connects on his and 1 attempt. And that is now a 4-point game for the Dayton Wolves. 2 possession lead for the Dayton Wolves. 59-63. Davison now with the ball right side of the floor. He's going to hand it off to number 12. 12 rotates to the left side of the floor, trying to attack inside. He's stopped by TJ. He rotates to the right side of the floor. Now 5 seconds. He has to shoot it. He shoots it. That one no good. Rebounded by Brown. No Patrick. Patrick's going to pass it over to Wales. Wales inside. Kicks it out to Jamison. Well, Winston out to Patrick. Patrick doesn't do anything because it was a turnover for the Dayton Wolves. Mike Magician Wales. That's 3 seconds offensively in the lane. Turnover Dayton Wolves, 30 seconds on the clock. Davidson will get the inbound for the Wisconsin shooters for maybe their last possession of the quarter as he gets a screen. Wales comes up with the block, rebounded by Jamison. Jamison's going to push the floor up to Patrick. Patrick to Wales. Wales is going to stop it, passes to Jamison. Jamison back to Wales. Wales rotates to the right side of the floor, goes up, is fouled. He gets 2 free throws with 11 and a half seconds left in the third quarter of play. Wales has been the key for the Dayton Wolves. Continues to attack down low, got an and 1 his last possession, his last trip up the floor, and now he has he has an opportunity, Eddie, of taking this lead even further within 11 seconds before the end of the third. The Dayton Wolves can possibly be up 6 at the start of the fourth quarter, if Wells can knock down these 2 free throws, he knocks down the first one, and he's been 5 of 5 in his last 2. Well, 5 of 5, yeah, in his last trips to the free throw line. He is now 5 of 5, looking to make it 6 of 6. If he can knock down this free throw, which I'm sure he will, as the Dayton Wolves get set to end this third quarter off strong. Wells' second free throw drops in. It is now 65-59 with 7 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter of play. Number 12 with the ball for Wisconsin. He's going to pass it over to Davidson. Davidson has to fire, and it's no good. The Dayton Wolves will get the rebound before the end of the third quarter of play. Dayton Wolves on top, 59-65, end of the third quarter. When we return, this is the fourth and the final. Who can pull this game out? We will find out when we return.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
More people are listening to while they work every day.
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
As a teacher or parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AAU World Tour Radio. The Dayton Wolves on top, 65-59, as we have now entered the last quarter of play. 8 minutes on the clock. Take a look at the Dayton Wolves. D. White Winston. This will be Dayton Wolves basketball. Johnson passes the ball into Miller. Miller's going to walk the ball past half court. It's going to be picked up by Davidson. As Miller passes it over to Johnson. Johnson to Curry. Curry to Watkins for a three. And that will put the Dayton Wolves on top by, 9 now. I thought it was double digits. As Davidson passes it to number 6. 6 out to Julian. Julian's going to rotate to the right side. He's going to step back. He's going to fire the three off the front of the rim. It will be rebounded by Watkins, and the rebound total, Dayton Wolves 14 in the second half, as Wisconsin has 3. Watkins for 3. That one no good. Rebounded by number 15 up the floor to Julian. Julian's going to attack all the way. That one is good for Wisconsin. And is now back to a, well, it was a single-digit lead, but it's now back to a 7-digit deficit for Wisconsin shooters. As Curry at the top. Going to get a screen left side from Johnson. Curry kicks it over to Miller. Miller left side free throw line. He's going to be triple team. Kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson to Curry. Curry to Miller. Miller to Watkins. Watkins for corner 3. That one rolls out. Miller gets the rebound. He goes up. He is fouled. And 1 for the Dayton Wolves star C. Miller. And now he has an opportunity to extend this lead for double digits.
Okay, all night long, Miller has been trying to get inside and score his buckets inside on the and ones. In the first 2-3 quarters of play, Miller really wasn't doing anything for the Dayton Wolves. Now Miller has found his groove as an up-court pass hits nothing but the backboard. Rebounded by Winston. Winston up the floor to Miller. Miller's going to attack inside, goes up. This time his layup is no good. Rolls around. Goes off that right side of the rim, rebounded by number 8. Number 8 down low to number 13. He's no good on the 2 points. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's going to push the floor for the Dayton Wolves. Another inside pass to Miller. Miller is fouled down low yet again. And Miller will now head to the line for another 2. As the Dayton Wolves now on top by double digits. Miller did a fantastic job of bringing his team back within. And now the Dayton Wolves with a comfortable lead. You can thank his 7 assists as well as 18 points in the game. Miller has done a fantastic job. And of course the Dayton Wolves trying to keep this lead as Miller buries his first one at the line. Now the Dayton Wolves lead by 11, 61-72 as Miller gets congratulations. And of course the team, Winston, Johnson, Curry, and Watkins for the Dayton Wolves. Miller heads back to the line as he looks to seal his spot in AAU All-Star Weekend coming up. It's supposed to be June, the official month date for the AAU All-Star break. Miller gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds though, and it will retain as Wisconsin shooters basketball. Miller knocked down his and 1 free throw, of course. 73-61 is the score. And with another 2 points, that is now 20 points in the game for C. Miller. As it looks like it should have been a backcourt violation, but it will be a timeout call for the Wisconsin shooters with 6:12 left in the 4th quarter of play. Kate, I'm going to send it to you so you can take us to break. But the Dayton Wolves with momentum, as Wisconsin's trying to come up with a plan to stop the Dayton Wolves scoring offensively.
Bring back the hour seconds bleed away. Let the minutes fade to gray. Live to fight another day. Live to fight another day.
More people are listening to while they work every day.
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
Hey Dayton, stop. If you are even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers. Hey everybody, it's Jeff Stevens from the Mixed Morning Show. They have 16 locations for your tire and automotive service needs. Every time I turn around, somewhere around the Dayton area, there's another Grismer tire location. We have Grismer tires on our cars, and one of the things I love, when you buy 4 new tires, you get 4 free oil changes. So remember guys, if you're even thinking about buying tires, be sure to check out Grismer Auto Service Centers.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Criminal. Mama, I'm a
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AAU Water Radio as we continue our coverage of the Dayton Wolves trying to make their 9th game winning in a row. They're in a heated competition against the Wisconsin Shooters. It's been a battle all night long. Dayton Wolves, however, with a 12-point lead with 6:12 left in the fourth quarter of play, 61-73. It's a pass inside to number 13. He would get the inbound. He passes out to number 12. Number 12 picked up by Watkins, right side of the floor. He's going to cross left, cross right. He ends up to the right side, free throw line, fires it, no good. Rebounded down low, and it is 2 points by number 15 for Wisconsin. And it will be back to a 10-point lead for the Dayton Wolves with only 10 seconds left. Well, 10 seconds ticked off the clock. Curry passes it over to Watkins, right corner. Watkins back out to Miller at the top of the key. Look at the field goals. Dayton Wolves at a 45.5 as Wisconsin 47.5. Miller inside to Watkins. Winston is good for 2 points. And the Dayton Wolves, of course, back on another 2 points. It is now back to a 12-point lead for the Dayton Wolves as Davidson, who's been going toe-to-toe with Miller all night long, is way beyond the 3-point line. This time he will be called for the charging foul.
So the Dayton Wolves take it out from the inbound. Dayton Wolves did a fantastic job. Well, Miller did a fantastic job of actually getting in front, standing his ground, and drawing that charging foul. Dayton Wolves now can make this an even bigger deficit for Wisconsin as Johnson passes the ball into Miller. Miller's going to attack in the lane, passes it to Winston. Winston goes up, drops it in for the 2 points for the Dayton Wolves. And the Dayton Wolves now out on another run, a well-needed run right now, 77-63, 5-10. Miller's going to bring the defense to Davidson. Miller comes up with the steal. Miller's going to dribble behind his back, stop at the 3-point line, and buries the 3-pointer for the Dayton Wolves to make this a 17-point lead, 63-80. 4:57 left, and of course, C. Miller still leads the AAU World Tour League in assist, 9.2. As number 6 is going to fire it in the face of Winston. He drops that one. A well-needed bucket, well in time for Wisconsin to kill the momentum for the Dayton Wolves, maybe. Stephen Curry for the Dayton Wolves turns the ball over, stolen by number 15. He's going to stop beyond the three-point line. He's going to dribble right side, gets the score. He's going to fire the three-pointer. That one hits nothing but the net. 68-80, 4:25. Miller is going to walk this for the Dayton Wolves. Going to pace the floor as Johnson sets the screen for Curry. Curry's going to receive it from Miller at the right side. He's going to try to attack inside. Kicks it back out to Miller. Miller at the free throw line, back into Curry. Curry back to Miller. 5 seconds left. Miller's going to rotate to the left side. It's going to be number 8 with the reach in. There will be a foul on him. No free throws, of course. Wisconsin's not in the bonus as of yet, but the Dayton Wolves will get it from the inbound. Johnson's going to pass the ball in. It looks like he's going to pass it into Watkins. Watkins left side is going to try to kick it over to Miller beyond, cross court, stolen by Davidson, which is number 8 for Wisconsin. He passes the corner to number 13. As Davidson goes in rotation, number 13 still guarded one-on-one with Watkins as he passes it over to 15. 15 one-on-one with Curry. Curry gets help from Johnson with the double team. He's going to fire the three-pointer. That one no good for Wisconsin. Johnson's going to rebound it. Dayton Wolves still in control from the rebounds, 34th to 25. As Curry's going to pass it to Miller. Miller back to Curry. Curry at the top of the key, 330. He's going to kick it over down low for a free throw line to Watkins. Watkins is going to pass it down low to Miller. Miller goes up, blocked. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson back into Miller. Miller's going to be fouled down in the low block. It's been a hell of a physical game for Miller, but he will be fouled. He's trying to make this all count at the free throw line. It will be foul on number 6 for Wisconsin. And Miller's now headed back to the line for 2. He can make it 82-68, Eddie. If he can knock down these 2 free throws, he's been doing a stellar job at the free throw line for the Dayton Wolves. The Dayton Wolves has been a contributor, and as you can see on the scoreboard, 80-68. Miller's first free throw is good. And he continues to do dynamic work from the free throw line. Substitution goes intact for the Dayton Wolves. Winston checks out. It looks like Jamison will be in for the Dayton Wolves. Miller gets set for yet another free throw to make this trip count for the Dayton Wolves.
And the second one is good. It is now 82-68. As Davison now with the ball crossing half court. He's stopped at the top of the key by Miller. He's going to hold it. 13 seconds on the shot clock as his team goes in rotation. Gets a screen by number 6. Rotates to the right. Passes it down low to number 15. His shot over Johnson is good. It's back to a 12-point lead. 3 minutes ticking off the clock. Dayton Wolves well out in front. Miller's going to slow the pace. He kicks it down low to Jamison. Jamison turns it over for the Dayton Wolves. Stolen by number 8. He's going to go all the way. We will count the 2 points. 10-point lead now put for Wisconsin. Thanks to number 8, Davison, who has been doing a fantastic job for Wisconsin all night long. Curry gets a turnover for the Dayton Wolves all the way again by number 8 is good. An 11-2 run in the last 2.5 minutes for Wisconsin. They have pulled within single digits, an 8-point game, 74-82. As Miller gets a screen from Jamison. Miller right side. He's going to try to give it into Jamison. That one picked off yet again. Stolen turnover. And Miller will be called with the reach in. That is his 3rd personal foul tonight. And 2 more will sit him out for the remainder of this game. 2:11 on the clock, an 8-point game. It's still Wisconsin basketball. It's an inbound pass. As his team goes in rotation, it will be passed into number 12. 12 to 15. 15 with another jumper at the free throw line is good. And it will now be a 6-point game as the Dayton Wolves has given up a run to put Wisconsin back in the game. Miller at the top of the key. He's going to dribble right side. As we look at a comparison down low, you have Johnson 7 points in the game, 3 rebounds. As we look at Malone, who has 8 points, 4 rebounds as Jamison turns it over again for the Dayton Wolves. Stolen by number 8. He's going to fire a triple. But Miller's right there to stop that possession. Back to Johnson on the run. And it is finally 2 points for the Dayton Wolves to break this cycle, break this run. Cross-court pass inside to number 16. He's good. And it will be a foul on Dominic Watkins for the Dayton Wolves. And now he has an opportunity to continue to trim this lead, ladies and gentlemen. It is now 84-78. With 1:25 left in this quarter of play as he connects on his air 179. Watkins passes it in to Miller. Miller's going to run this floor for the Dayton Wolves. Kicks it over to Johnson. Johnson to Curry. Curry almost loses it, but it will be rebounded by Johnson. Johnson back to Curry. Curry to Miller. Miller with 111. He's going to fire the triple. That one no good for the Dayton Wolves. Rebounded by 15. 15 to 12. 12 across the court. Halfway. It's going to be picked up by Watkins. 1 minute now on the clock. 79-84. Wisconsin in great possession to take this lead as well as almost tie the game as a slam inside by number 16 is good on the slam to make this a 3-point game. Miller passes it to Jamison. Jamison to Curry. Curry to Watkins. Watkins to Johnson. Johnson back to Curry. Curry cannot connect on the 2-pointer. Rebounded by Wisconsin. And this drive right here as 8 passes it over to 13. 13 for 3. That one no good. Rebounded by Johnson. 25 seconds left. A difference on the shot clock. 18 seconds on the shot clock. 20 seconds on the time. Miller gets a screen by Johnson. Miller's going to fire the 2-pointer. That one no good. Rebounded by Jamison. Jamison out to Curry. Curry's going to wait. Give it to Miller. Miller's going to be fouled. And number 8, which is Davison, will be fouled out as Miller shrugs him off his shoulders with 22 points in the game tonight. Miller has an opportunity to take this game and bury this game. Win this game for the Dayton Wolves with these 2 free throws, Eddie.
Miller has done a superior job all night long. I'm sure he's going to make these 2 free throws to bury this game and make it an 81-86 victory as Miller misses the first. He still has another one. However, he can still make this a 2-possession game instead of a 1. With 11.9 left in the 4th quarter of play. And Miller misses yet another one, rebounded by number 6, and it will be an automatic timeout for Wisconsin. And Wisconsin still in this game. Miller missing both free throws. It will be a full timeout, of course. So, ladies and gentlemen, please stay with us right here live on AAU War Tour Radio as we continue this coverage. Dayton Wolves on top, 3. Wisconsin basketball, 11.9 left in the 4th quarter of play. Can the Wisconsin shooters tie this game up when we return?
More people are listening to while they work every day.
People.
The answer is Easy 101.
Easy 101 plays your favorite songs of yesterday and today in a uniquely relaxing way. So tomorrow, while you're working and you feel a need to relax, where do you turn?
Easy 101. Listen at work.
Discover the difference of Kiss 100 FM.
You are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are.
Kiss 100 plays a 40-minute kiss of continuous music almost every hour, every day.
You are the sun, you are the rain.
Enjoy more music with fewer interruptions on Kiss 100.
As a teacher or parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
RocketPro.com. 'Cause I don't wanna lose control, but I feel I'm losing my soul. Fight to the end till my blood goes cold. I'm losing my mind as the darkness grows. Let them know that I just can't lose control.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AAU War Tour Radio as we continue our coverage on this game, well, not game of the month, but game of the night so far. The Dayton Wolves taking on the Wisconsin Shooters, a rematch of the April 24th, 2016 Classic. As an inbound pass, 11 to number 13. He's no good on the three-pointer. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson to Miller. Miller to Watkins back to Miller. That will do it for this game, ladies and gentlemen. Dayton Wolves edge it out, but they still pick up their 9th game winning in a row by the score of 81-84 over the Wisconsin Shooters. And of course, our player of the game goes to no one other than Chance Miller. A terrific game. A rough start so far for the Dayton Wolves. Well, a rough start for the Dayton Wolves. The Dayton Wolves was able to hold this game out. Third quarter was the quarter. The Dayton Wolves came out, went on a run to pull within. The Dayton Wolves stuck it out through the third and the fourth quarter of play. Congratulations to the Dayton Wolves as they continue to make history record live. In the AAU World Tour League, our player of the game goes to no one other than Chance Miller himself for the Dayton Wolves. 25 points tonight, 6 rebounds, 10 assists. And if you want to hear the rest of his stats, you have to wait when we return live on AAU World Tour Radio for our post-game wrap-up show where we wrap up everything that happens tonight as far as the individual stats, team stats, and everything else you need to know to end your night. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back live on AAU World Tour Radio. And of course, the Dayton Wolves have won it.
You don't want no problems. You don't wanna go that route with me. 'Cause I promise we can solve. Fucking rage oozing out of me.
As a teacher or a parent, do you worry about what the future holds for your students in a world of constant change? Will there be jobs for them? Is Ohio a good place for them to create their future? Believe in Ohio is a free new program from the Ohio Academy of Science that helps Ohio high school students prepare for the future and encourages them to become the innovators and entrepreneurs Ohio will need to create jobs and prosperity in the future. Believe in Ohio helps students develop the critical thinking skills they'll need later in life and offers them an opportunity to compete for nearly $2 million in cash awards and college scholarships. Ohio's high school science, technology, and business teachers will also benefit from Believe in Ohio through participation grants, professional development, and more. It can also help them be recognized as accomplished teachers under Ohio's new teacher evaluation system.
Teachers, find out how you and your students can participate this school year at believeinohio.org. Students and parents, find out at believeinohio.org how students can participate even if their teacher or school does not.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to AAU War Tour Radio as we just got finished wrapping up the Dayton Wolves against the Wisconsin Shooters. Dayton Wolves, of course, pulled this game out, Eddie, by the hairs of their chinny chin chin, 84-81. And it was a battle all night long between these two teams. I mean, we thought Wisconsin was going to blow the Dayton Wolves out. The first 2 quarters of play, Dayton Wolves are down by double digits. The biggest lead through the first 2 quarters of play, ladies and gentlemen, was held by the Wisconsin Shooters, which was 14. 14. And then third quarter was the quarter, Eddie, that the Dayton Wolves actually started playing together, coming back. And you can thank the top 2 for the Dayton Wolves as we get set to, announce the top 3 key players for each team. But the third quarter, the Dayton Wolves came out, ran by C. Miller as well as Mike Wells when Miller sat on the bench. And the Dayton Wolves broke the biggest lead, which was 14 set by the Wisconsin Shooters. But the Dayton Wolves broke it by 3 points. The Dayton Wolves led in the third quarter by 17 points. Third and the fourth quarter by 17 points, and that was, of course, before the Wisconsin Shooters went out on their run in the fourth quarter, as we've seen in the first game, the last meet between these two teams. Me and Eddie, this was a phenomenal game all the way around. I mean, a lot of people was not expecting this type of outcome, this type of close call, especially from a team that is 11-13 and is number 16 in the ranks. Dayton Wolves at the top, number 2. Some think that the Dayton Wolves should have went ahead and blown the Wisconsin Shooters out, but the Wisconsin Shooters showed us some promise, especially in the near future, especially going towards AAU War Tour Nationals. The Wisconsin Shooters did an amazing job trying to take this victory tonight, but they just came up 3 points short, and they had it. In the later stages of the game, Mike Wells, the one that led the charge in the third quarter for the Dayton Wolves to bring them on top. He was the one that knocked down the 2 free throws to make it 60-59, and from then on, the Dayton Wolves put their foot on the gas, and they just took off and left Wisconsin in the rearview mirror.
I mean, the Dayton Wolves came together in the second half as we thought they was going to come together in the second half, and they pretty much proved that they are a top contending team, as well as the Wisconsin Shooters. The Wisconsin Shooters, although they are number 16 in the ranks, they are 11-14 now. They've proven that they are a top 8 seeded team in AAU War Tour Nationals. Of course, only top 8 teams from each conference will be entering AAU War Tour Nationals. So each regular season game is crucial right now. And the Dayton Wolves proven that they are at least number 1, number 2. We're hoping that the Dayton Wolves will be on another side if they so happen to choose. But if the Dayton Wolves and Lake Erie is on the same bracket, the Dayton Wolves will probably be number 2. Lake Erie will probably be number 1. And they will be in the Southwestern Conference Championship. But Wisconsin is going to be in there somewhere. The Dayton Wolves is going to face Wisconsin again coming up in the near future for the AAU War Tour League, as well as the War Tour Nationals. And when it happens in War Tour Nationals, we're going to see another edition of this game. I mean, I believe, Wisconsin again went out on a run in the late stages of the fourth quarter, which we pretty much seen in the last meet, which was April 24th. The Wisconsin Shooters just ran out of time. Dayton Wolves really couldn't do nothing with the Wisconsin shooters in the later stages of this game, Kate, but the Wisconsin shooters made things happen. I think, if that three-pointer would have went down with 11.9 seconds on the clock, 11.5 seconds on the clock in the fourth after the timeout, then we'd be looking at a new winner right now. We would be going into AAU Midnight Basketball right now, but this game will be a classic, and the next time that these two meet, which will probably be in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, it will be the game of the month. It's going to be a hell of a game, and it's just I'm just speechless how close this game was. Wisconsin shooters is a dynamic team. Davidson, if he hadn't fouled out in the early stages of the fourth, we'd have been looking at a new game. Kate, I'm just have to say it. I mean, he was a handful for Miller tonight. Miller started off rough. Davidson did a great job of maintaining Miller in the first stages of this game, as well as the entire Wisconsin shooters did an amazing job of maintaining the Dayton Wolves in the first two quarters of play, because the Dayton Wolves went out on the run in the third. But Wisconsin shooters fell off in the third quarter, but they came back strong in the fourth, especially in the later stages of the game. If we had another 10 seconds, 5 seconds on the clock, maybe the Dayton Wolves would have lost this game. But the Dayton Wolves, congratulations on their 9th game winning in a row. Chance Miller, of course, is the player of the game, but hats off to Davidson, as well as Parks and Brogan for the Wisconsin shooters. They did an amazing job, especially Parks and Davidson. 22 points in the game for Davidson, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. He had 5 turnovers, 10 of 19 shooting for the field goals, 2 of 8 from beyond. He did an amazing job of comparing to Miller, stopping Miller. I mean, once you hear the stats of C. Miller coming into, ending this game tonight, then you're going to understand where I'm coming from, why I'm making a big deal out of Davidson. Doing a fantastic job for his Wisconsin shooters. He just came up short, as well as the Wisconsin shooters, but these two teams will be playing off yet again. Number 12, Parks for Wisconsin, 15 points in the game, 3 assists, 1 steals, and he finished with 6-11 shooting from the field, 3 of 4 from the charity strike. And of course, Brogan rounding off, number 13 for Wisconsin, 14 points, 1 assist, 3 steals. He shot 6 of 10 from the field goals, as well as 2 of 5 from beyond. So these top 3 for the Wisconsin shooters did an amazing job. However, if Davidson, we'll say it again, if Davidson didn't foul out in the early stages of the fourth, we'd have been looking at a brand new game. Miller struggled all night long to the defense of Davidson, as well as everyone down in the low block. Everything that we've seen Miller do in the past couple of months of AAU basketball, the Wisconsin shooters stopped tonight. He struggled from the field goals, he struggled from the three-point line, and he missed those two free throws to end it, put the game away for the Dayton Wolves. He was supposed to make it 86-81. Miller missed both free throws, which was shocking in my book. The Dayton Wolves should have lost this game, Kate.
Well, I'm not going to say that the Dayton Wolves should have lost this game, Eddie, but, the Wisconsin shooters, everything happens for a reason. The Dayton Wolves were meant to win this game. That is the reason why they won this game. Dayton Wolves win it, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just now joining us right here in the studios live on AAU World Tour Radio, as well as on Facebook, Dayton Wolves has won their 9th game winning in a row by the score of 84-81 over the Wisconsin shooters. We've already talked about the top 3 key players for the Wisconsin shooters. Now we're going to jump into the Dayton Wolves. Of course, Chance Miller leading the charge. The alpha wolf for the Dayton Wolves had a struggle the first 2 quarters of play, but Miller was able to at least do a little something for the Dayton Wolves in the second half, especially the late third, early fourth quarter of play. Miller finished tonight's game 25.6 rebounds, and he has yet another double-double, 10 assists, along with his 25 rebounds. I cannot wait to see the new leaderboard for the AAU World Tour League 2C. And Miller is now averaging his double-double the last 3 games. Miller has averaged 10 assists in the last 3 games. Scratch the last 3 games in the last 2 months of play. Miller has averaged a double-double. Miller should be averaging a double-double now, and especially going into AAU All-Star Weekend. He is number 3 now. Instead of number 4, he has jumped back up to number 3 for the Dayton Wolves in the AAU All-Star voting polls. And this is the reason. Well, not tonight, but Miller did still have a bad game. He had a decent game. We're not going to say a bad game. He had a decent game. But it could have been better for the Dayton Wolves. But he is number 3 in the AAU All-Star voting polls. A double-double, 25 points, 10 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. But here is the kicker. Defense of the Wisconsin Shooters has forced in all 15 turnovers for the Dayton Wolves. C. Miller is responsible for 8 of those turnovers. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. He finished tonight with 8 turnovers. And that is the highest. No, I take that back. That is not the highest. 9 is the highest, and that was against the first game against P&W. But this is his second highest turnover margin. At the end of the game, he finished with 8 turnovers, 7 of 21 from the field goals. Horrible for Miller all night long, but when the Dayton Wolves needed the most, Miller was able to capitalize. That's why we're going to accept the 7 of 21 from the field goals, 2 of 8 from the three-point line. Of course, you know what that is, ladies and gentlemen. That is a 20%. Probably a little bit above, a little bit below, but I'm going to stick with the 20% because he did shoot 2 of 8, but I'm going with 20%. 9 of 12 from the charity strike. Miller missed 3 free throws. Of course, like Eddie said, he missed 2 crucial ones to put the Dayton Wolves on top by 2 possessions. Dayton Wolves star Chance Miller missed those 2 free throws as well as an and 1 free throw. That is why he shot 9 of 12 from the free throw charity strike tonight. If Miller would have hit those 3 free throws, Eddie, we would have been looking at a new record for the Dayton Wolves. Remember, Miller has went previous 10 of 10 from the charity strike in previous games. But tonight, if Miller could have hit those 3 free throws, he would have set a new high, a new record yet again for the Dayton Wolves. He's already set a new record for points, which he finished with 37 points against the Memphis Kings and Dizzy Jennings. And 10 assists. He's been averaging so many assists. Tonight is not his best night in assists as well as points as well as anything else on the floor. But the Dayton Wolves, when they needed the most, he capitalized, especially on his and 1 opportunity when the game was close late in the third quarter.
Okay, I don't mean to bust anyone's bubble or anything, but not to degrade the Dayton Wolves on their victory or see Miller on his outstanding performance, 25 points, 10 assists. However, I do not believe that he should have been the player of the game. I believe he should have went to Wales. But regardless of his 13 points tonight, Wales did a tremendous job of contributing to the Dayton Wolves from the bench. He was the 6th man. He was coming off the bench to run the floor for the Dayton Wolves in the second string. 13 points tonight, Kate. 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. He shot 3 of 9 from the field goal, 0 of 3 from beyond, and a perfect 7 of 7 from the charity strike. But Wells capitalized when the Dayton Wolves needed him the most, especially when Miller was having his drought. Dayton Wolves at one point was 0 points in the last two minutes of play, I believe. And Wells was the key contributor to the Dayton Wolves pulling this game in the third quarter of play, 60-59. Wells was the reason. He brought the team up, and Miller came in and he just, put Wisconsin out of the misery. But I believe Wells did a fantastic job. I mean, we really haven't seen anything from Wells so far this season, but tonight we've seen a lot from him. He has a lot of promise in him as well, and I can't wait to see him develop as a team player for the Dayton Wolves in the 2017-2018 AAU All-Star season. But Mike Wells is coming off the bench, as I mentioned, with Anthony Jamison. You're talking about Keith Brown, Anthony Jamison. You're talking about, Wells. You're talking about TJ. You're talking about all these phenomenal players that the Dayton Wolves really didn't know that they had so much talent. But practice makes perfect, and the Dayton Wolves has been practicing hard. I believe the bench points actually for the Dayton Wolves is what kept them in this game, what brought the Dayton Wolves back up. The Dayton Wolves on the bench came up with 33 points together, as the Wisconsin Shooters bench was 14 points. They contributed to the Wisconsin coming off the bench. The Dayton Wolves bench, second string, they're capable of running the starting lineups. Dayton Wolves has so much talent on their team, you know, and finally they get to see it, you know. Finally they are you know, with Manny Reeves out, although he is out, the Dayton Wolves has experienced a lot of talent on their team that they really didn't even know about, especially Curry, who has continued to start with the Dayton Wolves. He did a fantastic job tonight as far as putting points on the board. He's not in the top 3 for the Dayton Wolves, but I still want to acknowledge him and let him know that he did a fantastic job tonight. With the Dayton Wolves, 15 turnovers of Wisconsin defense. Wisconsin with 10 turnovers, Kate. But I believe Mike Wells should have won Player of the Game.
Well, whoever should have won it, the Dayton Wolves has won their 9th game in a row. As we now look at Mike Wells, you already said his stats: 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 3 of 9, field goals 0 of 3, beyond 7 of 7, perfect from the strike. Chris Johnson rounding off for the Dayton Wolves, 9 points, 5 rebounds. He shot 4 of 7 from the inside, 0 of 1 from outside, and a perfect 1 of 1 from the charity stripe. We've already talked about the bench points for the Dayton Wolves, which you thought was key for the Dayton Wolves. I mean, you know, I believe that it was key for the Dayton Wolves as well. I believe that the bench points, or the bench for the Dayton Wolves, will put the Dayton Wolves back in the game. But of course, this is a team sport in my position and my perspective. Therefore, the second string did their part, in the first string, the starters for the Dayton Wolves buried the game for Wisconsin. Well, attempted to bury this game. Of course, Miller missed his 2 free throws, which we're never going to let that go. But 2 crucial free throws. My God, if this was AAU World Tour Nationals, oh my God. Miller missing 2 free throws. I bet the Dayton Wolves, oh my God. But the Dayton Wolves won at 84-81. We talked about the bench points. We're going to talk about the Dayton Wolves field goals we're going to talk about the Dayton Wolves and the Wisconsin shooters as a whole. 29 of 64 for the Dayton Wolves, which we ruled in at a 45% at the end of the night. 6 of 24 from the 3. 25%. And of course, as the top 3 for the Dayton Wolves struggled beyond the 3-point line tonight, 2 of 8 for Chance Miller, who we've seen go 50% from the field in the last 2 months of play. Well, 2 games of play, last month of play. Mike Wells, 0 of 3 from the 3-point line. Johnson, 0 of 1. Struggled all night long, 25% for the Dayton Wolves. 20 of 23 from the free throw line, which is 87%. So that was about the only thing that was going for the Dayton Wolves. And of course, the 3 missed free throws for the Dayton Wolves, and it goes to Chance Miller. 9 of 12 from the free throw line, 9 of 12 from the free throw line, and the 20 of 23, 87%. Should have been 100. Perfect 23 of 23, but of course Miller missed those 3 free throws in the third and the fourth quarter of the basketball game. 21 assists as a group for the Dayton Wolves. Continue to make the ball move through any circumstances that the Dayton Wolves face. The Dayton Wolves continue to play team basketball. Defensive rebounds, 29 for the Dayton Wolves. Continue to crash the boards as they should, especially when the Dayton Wolves was down 14 in the first half of play. 13 steals for the Dayton Wolves, as Wisconsin ends with 8 as a group. We already talked about the bench points, and we've already talked about the turnovers. 15 turnovers for the Dayton Wolves, 10 for Wisconsin. As 51% for field goals for Wisconsin, 35 of 69. And they shot 4 of 18, 22% from the 3-point line. As a group, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. We're going to rule that in at an 88%. And that is all the stats that we have for this epic game. Should have been game of the month, but the Dayton Wolves has picked this victory up, and of course this may have started a rivalry between these two teams. I wouldn't be surprised. This was a great game, and I can't wait to see the second game if these two teams battle it out, as we are still trying to get the final ruling on this schedule cut inside the AAU World Tour League. We don't know if it's going to be 20 to 30 games now, or if they're going to continue on with the schedule. But hopefully, you know, whichever way we get to AAU World Tour Nationals quicker is the appropriate reaction or action for us here in Let's talk AAU as well as the AAU World Tour Studios. But I wouldn't mind a full 82-game season. Eddie, I really wouldn't mind it. There would be a lot of time for every team to prepare for AAU World Tour Nationals. However, this league, the board, does not want AAU World Tour Nationals to be waited for another year. As if they do not do the schedule cut, the Lake Erie Monsters and the Dayton Wolves will not battle on Mother's Day 2018. It's still looking kind of slim for the Dayton Wolves and the Lake Erie Monsters to be battling on Mother's Day 2018. Hopefully they do. Hopefully, the schedule cut does go in effect and we can, start wrapping up the 2017-2018 season as World Tour Nationals approaches. But you never know. But the Dayton Wolves win it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to end this podcast. We're going to end this game. Dayton Wolves win it 84-81. They are now 21-5 on a 9-game winning streak. And, of course, the Dayton Wolves, as well as everyone inside the AAU World Tour League, will have a 2-week break before they are back on the hardwoods and they are back trying to battle for their position, their spots in AAU World Tour Nationals, as well as most players, well, some players, not most, some players are getting ready for AAU All-Star Weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, the next time you will hear from us featuring the Dayton Wolves will be after, the week of April 9th. So that will be, I'm going to look it up real quick, that will be the 15th, April 15th. The Dayton Wolves will be back on the hardwood, and they will be going up against a Southwestern Conference known rival from 2016 to 2017, the Park City Stingers. A great deal of respect between these two teams. Of course, Chance Miller and some of the Dayton Wolves has played with some of the players on Park City before. Chris Washington as well as Jacob Allen and more. We're going to get into that when it's time, when it's game time. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have 2 safe weeks until we hear you, until we see you again, until we talk to you again. This is AAU World Tour Radio. Kate Remy, myself, Eddie Turner, always to my right. And of course, it has always been a pleasure of you invited into your homes. But until then, we will talk to you soon.